Let's begin with this statement. We live in an era when democracy fails. Looking at the America, we see the radical movements. The United States had become more divided. So but when we look back at the history, in 1980s, when the Berlin Wall fell, there was a spectacular outburst, optimism, and hope. But now, the outcome proved to be so different from what we expected in 1980s. So this pushed me to read a book to find out what went wrong. And this book is The End of History and the Last Man. This book was one of the most influential voices at the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1980s. To Fukuyama, democracy marks the end of history, and the democratic people are the last men. Despite the fine insights by Fukuyama, there's a major fallacy. That is, the Fukuyama's idealized view of the maturity of the people, which is clearly manifested in two of his statements in here. I will put it on screen. So these two sentences emphasizes the maturity and the adulthood and the adulthood quality of the Russian people, but people are not adults and they're by no means mature. Instead, people, as I see it, are very childish. They're easy to be fooled. So back in 1990s, the Soviet people chose democracy not because every Soviet person they know democracy works well, and democracy does not work very well. So they chose democracy not because it really fits Russia, but because most of the Soviet people, especially the young people, they love Western commodities such as the fancy clothes, the jeans, etc., and they love the pop music from the West. They cannot foresee, however, the disaster caused by privatization of the state companies of the Soviet Union. And moreover, they're actually back in 1990s. I think the Soviet people they're fooled by the media because the media says democracy really fits Russia, and they just really bought it. They're easily to be fooled. Nowadays, the people continues to be fooled, especially when they're exposed to the noxious power of TikTok. So the media, no matter whether be it in the past or in nowadays, the media has always been depriving the crowd of the ability to think. And therefore, instead of acting very rationally, like the adults that Fukuyama had mentioned, the crowd are easily agitated and they're like children. So clearly, democracy is better than autocracy, but democracy has some failures. It over-empowers the people. Democracy over-empowers the people, especially the groups who are just incompetent, and they do not deserve the empowering. There are some people who are easily to be fooled, and they have love of comfort. They do not dare to jump out that comfort zone. They fear changes. And with the power they gained from democracy, they would actually attack the elites, the elites who really do good to the society by attending the protests or assemblies. They form assemblies to attack the elites and hinders the real changes in the society, the change for good. So, like Hannah Arendt has said, they have the banality of evil. So, democracy actually fuels the banality of evil in the crowd. So what I'm trying to say, as a Chinese, we have wisdom. We have very great Chinese philosophers who have foreseen the banality of the evil and the problem of democracy. That philosopher is Confucius. Confucius has famously put it that we can let the ruler or the government can only make the people follow, but they cannot let them know. But they should not let the crowd know. They should not let the crowd know everything. So, in other words, the attention of most people, the attention of the crowd, should be directed away from politics. This is also why Plato has said that Plato had classified the people of the country into three straight three stratas. That is, on the top, there's a philosopher who makes policies, and at the bottom there are people from the economic level. So most people they really fit in the economic level, but they do not fit in the top level. So this is why Plato had made such a classification. And Confucius sees that. So Confucius said that we can only make the people follow, but we cannot let them know everything, especially know about the politics. And they should not get involved in the politics either. So this is what I'm trying to talk about, the failure of democracy. This is how it feels in my mind. And if you have any critiques or thoughts, you can share with me, because this is just my this is just from my own perspective of Chinese, and this is all of my sharing. I hope you like it. I hope you really like it. Thank you.